CGCs that would work hand in hand with the administration, and then we see. I think the last one was that of responsibilities, which was already mentioned, but I can repeat them again. That's okay with me. It's okay. Yes, those of the speaker, of course, it is to chair the meetings that will be held, the meetings of the General Assembly, and then to preside over the elections of the next cabinet that will be coming in, and then to do whatever the chairperson would assign to you. The chairperson is like, speaker, do this, do it.
Thank you so much. That is with us. So we will come in after. Because on our agenda, you are not supposed to ask questions. The time is after.
That's one answer.
No. And as you guys leave to take your seat, I want to make one thing clear. If you're coming in for the debate, please make sure you make enough notes. And if you're not sure of something, do not generalize. Because if you mention classrooms have not met, but those are asked questions, they met. So it depends on your college representative. If they deem fit to make sure that you meet, then they can call for a meeting. Because those other colleges, some colleges which are informed, those of course they meet. So even Cobham, even those of CIS, they meet. So thank you so much, and you can take it. And he's going to call in the next candidate. And make sure I go straight to the point.
Right. Thank you so much, candidates, for looking so smart and having this event fulfilled. Now, in the same spirit, I would like to thank you all for really showing the spirit of love for the association and whatever is going here. I appreciate you for that, first of all. Without wasting time, we would like to welcome the vice chairpersons. There are three in number, and the first one, those ones behind, please, honorable members. May I welcome Honorable Kasagama Alan Ivan. Come and take over. Sorry, in case I mentioned your name poorly, please pardon me. That is, thank you so much, Honorable Ivan. May I also welcome Honorable Nansu Patricia. Honorable Nansuga Patricia. She seems that is also a red flag. May I welcome Honorable Imbwa Martha. So as I mentioned, I said something concerning red flags and you people laughed, but it's very serious because these are the people that we are looking forward to becoming our leaders, not so. So if somebody doesn't appear in a debate, do you think tomorrow that person will appear in meetings? Question mark. Anyway, I'm not judging, I said it. So anyway, thank you so much, dear honorables, for coming through. And I would like Honorable, my dear comrade, to take us through the first session.
Okay, we are still going in the same book. Introduction. Introduce yourself, talk about yourself, what you want to put on the table for us, the class representatives, and why you think you're the best candidate for the post. So we are going to start with Honorable Kasagama. 4 minutes.
Thank you. Yes, good evening, all of you. Yes, it's a singular honor to address you this evening. And for that moment, I want to be on record. My name is Kasagama Alan Ivan, and I contested for the vice chairperson of this association. Well, things to do with testing my leadership. I'm a tested leader. I'm the chief fresher of Baganda Nkobazambogo, which is an association, just like the Makerere University Association of Class Reps. I'm a board member of various NITs, foundations, for example, Massive Foundation Uganda. It is an NGO and a community-based organization. Going back to my high school, good times. I was the academics minister, so things to do with leadership, I'm the man here. Talking of my manifesto, we as class representatives, we have a constitution. And the people who enacted this constitution, the constitution of the Association of Class Reps, wrote a preamble, and the preamble has it all. And I beg to state it. Recalling that class representatives have been performing a very great role, but they have not been given due recognition. And this role is very vital in the academic progress of the mighty hill. Well, we have a lot of, and I've been hearing my aspirants scratching their head to answer this. Well, for me, I think that we need to amend the constitution of the mighty hill, because the Class Reps Association is under the CGC. But one question from the audience addressed and said that these people, when they get the resources, they also want to remain with some of the resources. If we advocate for change of the constitution and the Association of Class Reps becomes a constituency, we have a female representative to the guild house, we have a male representative to the guild house, people will be able to agitate, solicit, discuss for the class. So the second thing, people have been scratching heads about the resources. It came to my dismay that I received some information from the leaders who are dispersing these funds, and they told me that they were giving money, only allocating money to 60 class reps per college. But you find a school like School of Law, the land friends will forgive me for that, mentioning about them, and the cover-up guys, they are few class reps. But when you go to Cs, it has a large number of class reps and class coordinators. Why don't you allocate more money, reduce the amount allocated to the School of Law and cover to these guys of Cs? Because class reps and class coordinators have the same roles. The difference is that they are having a large number of students, and in every subject, they need to coordinate this. I think that's it all. Then the other thing, I'm passionate about leadership. Thank you. I'm passionate about leadership, and I will give you something. It was said by Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere in the 40th anniversary of Ghana's independence. He said that African leaders, we either unite or perish. If we don't unite as class reps, we are not going to complete this at all. Thank you for listening.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name, as was stated, Namwimbo Martha. I'm in year 1 at COSIS, and I do Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. My manifesto is quite simple, but since this is a debate, allow me to use the first 2 minutes of my time, since we're given 4, to express what I've come here to do, but then the last 2 minutes will be to rebut what he has said. For the longest time, class representatives have been belittled to just being class monitors. And yet, as we have seen, the class representatives in Makerere University, such a prestigious institution, is more than just being a class monitor. In high school, many of us that have had leadership experiences know very well that a class monitor, all you had to do was collect books, make sure the teacher marks them, or such small engagements. Really, it wasn't as stretching as it is now. And given that we all do various courses, you also have academic stretching on you. So the responsibility of a class representative now, in the time we are in now, as we know it, as we've all experienced, it's quite, it's something to reckon with. So why am I the best candidate for this position? It's because I am very empathetic. It's one of the skills every leader should carry. That not just, as I mentioned earlier in one of the posts I made, that leadership is not just about words. It's not I can promise you to convince service, that I come as a leader to empower fellow leaders. Because as I said earlier, that class representatives have been belittled to just the role of, as a class monitor. That's why, as someone stated in one of the questions, that we've not been recognized as class representatives. And that's one of the reasons why the Association of Class Representatives was made. So mine is to empower fellow leaders, to show you that there is much more in you than just being a class representative, to show you that it is possible for you to have a say in higher places, that the Association of Class Representatives, we've been given the ability, the platform in higher places.
Honorable, last minute.
Okay. To speak for you. So we shall hold your hand if you entrust me with the position of vice chairperson. We shall hold each other's hands so that we have a voice in the higher places, so that each of the class representatives is heard in one way or the other. Rebuttal about amending the constitution. We may, yes, amend the constitution, but I want to submit to Mr. Allen that amending constitutions have already been amended, but that does not guarantee that whatever has been amended will be made of effect. So really, what comes behind that amendment is empowerment. If we do not have an empowered body of class representatives, even though you amend the constitution 1,000 times, nothing will be done. So thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. We are going to have one question from the moderator, and I'll take three, if I don't have three questions from the audience. One is behind, two, and three.
Maybe you don't have questions.
I don't know why, but
Maybe balance, you have a lady behind there.
okay, those are four. That's it. That's I think we can go with only four.
Okay.
So your question is first, and then the gentleman behind you.
So thank you so much, my dear fellow moderator. And God, thank you so much, our honorable right in front of us here. My question is going to be general, asking general questions now, given the fact that hopefully we write somewhere. I have, as a vice chairperson, what new ideas are you going to bring on board to make sure that the association programs run smoothly?
Okay, that is one. The gentleman behind.
My question goes to I'm very sorry I can't remember the name. But you about empowering the body towards hands. When I believe if there is a law that accepts us to steal, and we go say that you should not steal, I prefer someone who says that law be taken, please don't steal. So the point of saying you're going to empower and hold people's hands, I want you to elaborate more on that, because if you're empowering and holding people's hands against the constitution that is stated by law, that is against you, I would not think that you do it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I've loved your submission. You clearly alluded to what I wanted to say. If you do you think the association of class representatives should be given the two slots, that is the female jealousy and the male jealousy? Can you respond just 1 second? Do you think the association should be given the two slots of the female and male jealousy?
The association should be given the slots.
Do you think it should be given the two slots, male and female jealousy?
Yes.
Yes. So why do you say they shouldn't amend the constitution?
Okay, so the gentleman in gray.
Mine is same voice, both of you. I mentioned the question earlier which was not answered. How these officers are going to be empowered. All of them have their powers, and so the association runs smoothly. All of you have mentioned great ideas, but I think you're sitting there as vice chairperson, isn't it? I've not heard any of you recognize the chairperson. Like I'm going to be working with the chairperson. But you come with all these ideas, but I'm sure the chairperson has to be the bigger man. So that these offices are empowered. So now I want to hear the voice of I'm going to work with the chairperson with this. At the end of the day, it's the chairperson with the vice. Isn't it?
Thank you so much. And the last question will come in from the lady.
Thank you very much. So my question goes to the lady that's transferring to the gentleman. So I might as well say, I'm also empathetic. We are all very empathetic. We believe in holding people's hands and everything that you say. So just with what we say, please give us a clear, activities. Yeah, like the roadmap is so the manifesto told us about the constitution. So we need to share it.
Thank you so much. Those very much helped from what we just said. So meaning I'm also going to give them an extra minute. So I am giving you 3 minutes to give an activity. I will hope you're very much ready.
Yes, thank you for those questions. They are good questions. I will start with acknowledging the fact that I'll be able to work with the chair. I'm a potential candidate for the chairperson, and that I'll repeat it here. I was a potential candidate for the chairperson. But then, in leadership, we need to coordinate. If you have a friend on a certain position, leave a friend to serve there, then serve on another position. There we'll be able to get empowered and deliver. Then you talked about programs. Which programs can we bring to publicize our association? Well, people have been talking of projects, but then this thing of project is a very difficult thing. The very difficult thing about leadership is being honest. If you want to be honest, then the system is going to manipulate you. For that thing of projects, we have had, I've served in different organizations like the Baganda Kovazambogo, and it is a wonderful organization that I can say. And we have the experience. But then we can do some community outreach, we as class reps, volumes, we can say about us. Service about self, yeah. Then another question was about how can we get empowered and do all that sort of work. Well, for me, I believe that every class rep has a different potential. If someone can be good at mobilizing people to come for meetings, and a chairperson cannot do that, that's an ability in someone. So if we can get together, hold these general meetings, discuss equitably, and we deliver, let's see ourselves in that position. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
It's interesting how I've had the questions. I still have 3 minutes.
Yes, 3 minutes.
Okay. So, yes. The first one was about new ideas for the smooth running of the association. And I must say that it's part of the things I was supposed to say, but then time was a bit limited. It's imperative that a vice chairperson works hand in hand with the chairperson, because without a chairperson, there's no need for a vice. Yeah. So I will definitely work with whoever is put in place as a chairperson. So one of the activities, one of my objectives as a vice chairperson, together with the rest of us that will be part of the executive, will be to increase the visibility of the association, as someone asked before. And how we will do that? Will be in very many activities, some of which will be we will foster peer empowerment, peer training sessions, where we will get a few people that have gone ahead of us in this leadership journey to at least show us how things are done. Because I realized The only reason why sometimes we may be ineffective is because maybe we do not know, or maybe we are not yet seeing how exactly leadership ought to be. Maybe we are also learning on that job. I've seen that from my own experience. So when we have people that have gone ahead of us, showing us, training us, skilling us, and maybe after getting those qualifications, we have maybe things like certificates to show I attended this training program. It increases on your CV as you apply for places elsewhere. The second question was about empowerment. How will I hold people's hands? How will I hold people's hands? That's interesting because one of my other objectives is to decentralize the system because you realize that if you look inside, the problem is with the system, the leadership system, inside, in higher places, not just the previous cabinet, that there's such a big gap between the leaders and the administration. So part of the things that I would do, because it's not practical to know everybody, all the 700 class representatives, to me, I feel it's not practical enough. But if we decentralize the authority, if we decentralize the vision and make sure everybody, at least in their own capacity, okay, 2 seconds, in their own capacity, gets to know the people that they ought to know, will build such a bond that will be able to run this race together.
Thank you so much, dear honorables, for being so direct and answering. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a round of applause as they take up your seats. Like I said, as we welcome another set of honorables. But before I welcome them, honorable members, attention. At least everyone, all the previous speakers have been speaking about finance, presentation, but this thing actually hits me so different and deeply because without bragging, all of us agree that Makerere is a very big institution that should actually be positioned to cater for these allowances in one way or the other. Personally, I was a head prefect in my high school, and at least in every month I would have 50,000 with a specific room for myself as a head prefect. So what about an entire university? I know it brings questions, right? Yeah, that's how everyone. Whenever I tell someone about that, they'll be like, "Which school is that?" I'll tell you after this. But that's what exactly was happening. Every month I had 50,000 as my allowance. Most people could call it payment, but me I would take it as an allowance, and also a specific room for the chairperson. I mean, head prefect, and even the office. So, what about us as this in this mighty thing, really? So chairpersons who are going to take a position, please, let me hope that you are going to stand by whatever you're going to tell these people because it is what is going to make you a different person from the rest of the candidates. Without wasting time, allow me now go into the deputy speakers. We have 4 candidates who are looking at that position, and I would want to invite them in front here so that they come and share with us what they have for the association. The first candidate is Honorable Kampuri Rajovita. Please come and take up your position. We also welcome Honorable Kaluya Itri. Thank you. Welcome Honorable Irani Kuda Yamima. Still, she's online. Okay. Of course, you have apologies. I don't know whether she'll be positioned to join us online. Then we also have Honorable Katongo Dennis. So these gentlemen and ladies are vying for the position of deputy speakers in this mighty association. So let's look at them and also be in position to give them the question that suits them as well. Okay, over to my.
Thank you so much for taking us. Introduce yourself, talk about what you have on the table, why you think you're a good candidate, and later we're going to talk on phone as time goes on, and then Q&A session, which slides has been very well. So without wasting much of your time, I'm going to start with where you can record by you. So we can start.
Good afternoon to you all. My name is Confucius. I'm aspiring for the post of As a passionate advocate for open and transparent communication, I believe I have the skills and capabilities to be a deputy speaker. First of all, my experience in peer counseling and also as a class representative has taught me effective collaboration. Then I ask for support. So first of all, I want to focus on partiality, whereby everyone's view is heard, where there is no unbiasedness in the information that will be got from the representatives. Another thing, improving the communication channels and also working hand in hand with my speaker and also getting guidance from the chairperson. I believe that every member, their voice has to be heard. And as a deputy speaker, I'll make sure that I amplify the voices of the people, the voices of the class representative at large. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for doing this. You can just listen.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Makerere, aspiring Deputy Speaker of the Association of Class Representatives, and I'm from the College of, I'm from SEDAT, I'm doing civil engineering year 2. I think I'm the best candidate for this position. One, right now, I think I will work with my both immediate boss, that's my speaker, that's my immediate boss, and the entire association cabinet at large. And I'll pledge 3 things only. One, I'll listen to each and everyone's concern. Those are the class reps. And 2, I'll amplify your voices to ensure that everyone's voice is heard. Lastly, I'll work tirelessly to ensure that our association is put to another level. With that, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you so much. My name is Dennis Kapomore. I am doing a Bachelor of Science with Education. I'm a teacher, biology, chemistry in my 2nd year. Very glad to be part of you. Yes, introduction, that's my name. About as to why I'm able, yes, I have held numerous leadership positions, and currently I'm a retiring leader of one association in the School of Education, one of the richest associations called the Makerere University Biology Students Association, and I'm their finance minister. I have been, of course, before the publicity sector the same. I've worked with different associations and organizations. For example, there is Sun Leadership International, where I held a mentorship program called Give Leadership Accelerator Program. I don't want to speak a lot because it's not about the CV or the things that we do, but the heart of service. So I am an equipped leader, and I'm the next deputy speaker. If you want to know, ask your heart. You will know that. I want to thank. You give me some because we are American. I want to thank the outgoing cabinet. Allow me for the first time. I think I'm the first one to start them. They have done something. Let us start for them. We have gotten something as leaders, and we cannot take it for granted. Yes, thank you so much. Now allow me to go to that. One of the things that I'm the deputy speaker. One of the things we have not emphasized as leaders is the roles that we are going to do in this association as stipulated in the Constitution. And one of the leaders the roles of a deputy speaker is to make smooth deliberations. And deliberations mean having a higher way of looking at things, making right judgments, because we are going to be receiving opinions when we chair meetings. And we need someone who will synthesize meetings to make decisions that will guide the next step of the association. And we need someone who is capable. Ladies and gentlemen, as you're making choice for your leaders, let us be serious. We need a certain, yes, we need to be serious about our leaders, because the cabinet you're going to choose is responsible for 600 souls. 600 people are going to be looking at us. Don't choose because they are your friends. Don't choose because they are your birthday. Don't choose because they are beautiful. Choose because they have substance. Yes, I'm telling you. So, with that being said, we need a deputy speaker with mature reasoning. We need a deputy speaker with mature reasoning. We need a deputy speaker who can relate with the public. We need a deputy speaker who is able to collaborate and have teamwork. We need someone who is going to put the association at the forefront of his heart. We are having leaders here. Let me tell you one thing. The major problem, I have started most of the associations of Makerere. Leaders come just to be tagged with a certificate that I served in an association with the Mighty Hill. We need people who have hearts for the associations. That's the truth. Thank you so much. So one of the things I'm going to do, one is, when you look at the welfare of class reps, it's not about the allowances. That's very small. Let's have a higher mindset of this thing. Allowances can be, welfare can be CGPA. How are we going to help them? Welfare can be allowances, yes, and we are going to push for that. Welfare can be leadership development. Welfare can be financial liberty. Welfare can be outreach and appreciation of the representatives and more. It's just very small to speak, just to look at allowances. It's very small, very small. That is okay.
No. Okay.
We cannot go into
Thank you so much.
Okay, before we continue, can we have some
Attention. Let's have some order in the house.
Okay, thank you so much. We are going to have again one question, a general question. Wait. Is she ready to talk to us now, or
I'm collecting that.
how many minutes?
Okay, meanwhile, I think as we try to connect her, let's have questions, general questions for our dear honorables who are in front here. Yeah. But there's something that I've just, learning is a gradual process. And we learn each and every night. One honorable just said, we should be in position to look at the leaders who are going to deliver services, right? Our buddies, our chairpersons, our friends, our brothers, so and so forth, but look at substance, what is someone capable of giving or delivering the association. Because oftentimes you can give someone a position and someone just goes to sleep in his bed or her base, leaving the work behind. Are we going to
Let's go in for questions, and I'm going to leave her out. Yeah. So you'll give me one.
My general question, honorable members, what are those pressing issues that you have identified as the future speaker aspirants that motivated you to come up and contest for this position? And how are you going to handle them once you're given the opportunity?
They're all going to first
So first we're going to ask all the questions that you answer. So make sure that you note them somewhere so that you answer them.
Okay, so I'll take 4 questions from the audience, and they're only 4 answers. From we'll start from behind. We're going to go first. Go and then you go next. And this one.
Yes, I want to ask Mr.
CGPA. What were you trying to do? You want libraries to be awarded some points, or you need something else? Very number.
Okay, thank you so much. That was addressed to you specifically. You can go next.
I have two questions, which we are going to have within this, but not enough. I think it's already possible. So I want to ask this question. You talked about your leadership position currently holding in different states. Now, how will you balance this in case you take over for being the speaker? How will you make sure that you get the same provisions for you? Also, the other side, because you only hold only.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you once again for the opportunity to grant. So I'm very my question to Honorable Katimba. So I have, it's one question that's going to be that I'm just sorry for that. So we talked about CGP. I'm still sticking on the same issue. As we all know here, I'm a class representative as well as you are. So back in my college, giving you a scenario, that same issue of CGP. I don't know if you're aware about the Makerere grading system and how they upload marks on the paper and stuff and everything about it, because I have information about it. And in one scenario, I found myself trying to help maybe just say my student get their marks on the top without following the right procedure. But there is a procedure that you follow to get those marks. In case you are missing marks, in case you have any problem, any issue, it takes down. I don't know if you're aware about that. So, in my knowledge and what I faced in that same way, till today, that particular student has not yet got the marks because of a certain issue. So there is no way, or I want you to convince me in a certain particular way how you're going to help these people appraise their CGPA, because CGPA is a personal way of upholding your grades high. It depends on you. What's your target? What's your goal on the CGPA apart from the GPA, because there are two different things on our portal as you always observe there. Then also you say that we're going to vote these people, then they go back and sleep. So, for example, I'm going to be chairman of this mighty association, and I expect you to work hand in hand with me. So, I don't see any way you, as an individual who has been elected to lead these particular individuals, you're going to rest back home. So, my question is, I want you to draft to me or explain to me the ways of how you're going to raise the CGPA of this particular class representatives who maybe have a low CGPA. For example, let me say I have like a 2.5. How are you going to put me in 2.4 right now? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll check questions from that lady.
Thank you very much for this question. So, Dennis actually gave us a very interesting submission. Now, I'm not starting to read about representative, and you say something that sounded sweet to my ears. Financial liberty. Yes. How are we going to promote financial liberty? This is the fact that even from the previous presenters, we've been having them talk about how they're going to increase the allowances. Yeah, from that. Now, financial liberty is something to roll. So as a finance minister in a successful association, what I know ways forward, because financial studies, even when you look at things like network marketing, it brings out financial liberty in a very, very quick way. Like by the time you become financially liberated, you really done a lot of networking and a lot of business. So in this period, during your circumstances, how are you going to make sure that that business has financial liberty?
Okay, thank you so much. The gentleman. Yeah, okay. You're going to ask, and also those are all the second.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Yesenia, and I'm the current deputy speaker of the association. So, Mr. Moderator, I wanted to ask, am I allowed to give each person one question? because I have different questions for both. Okay. My first question is going to go to Madam Director. What improvements or changes would you propose to make the association more efficient and inclusive? To Mr. Edwin, how do you define effective leadership, and how would you apply this in your role as the deputy speaker? To Mr. Davis, the role of a deputy speaker often requires time and effort, right? So how will you balance this responsibility with your other commitments? And as well, how many hours per week can you really give to the association besides your academics?
Okay, thank you so much. The last question.
Good evening, everyone, once again. Mine is very simple. It's to Mr. Gatombole. Yeah. Quickly, just yes or no. Do you think that you stood for the right position? Or like, do you think that you stood for the right position? Or should you have stood for speaker instead? Because all the reforms that was given, none of them elaborated how really engage your superior as speaker.
Okay, thank you so much. So you two have two questions. I'm not a second. Two questions. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes. And then for you, you have very many questions. But I'll still give you 3 minutes. No, so, and I am requesting you, Honorable, please go straight to my question. Answer the question so that you can handle all of the questions right. So I'll start with the lady and the gentleman, and then we'll have many questions.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Let's have some order. Let's give honorable within our time.
Thank you so much. I'm going to first answer the first question for the challenges. First of all, in my college, there is a time when they had called up for a meeting, and most of the representatives were not aware of that. So that's what brought me up to come as a deputy speaker to ensure there is improvement in the communication channels. So second, Honorable Mia she has asked me the improvements in the society, in the association. First of all, as I said in my manifesto, that I will focus on impartiality. That's where there is no unbiasedness. Like, I'm not biased on anyone. I speak what someone has said. I hear the views and I submit them.
Okay, thank you so much. Over to you.
Yes, what Mr. Medwed asked me a question of issues I've identified so far and how I'm going to work, how we are going to work on them. Personally, first tell you that me personally as the deputy speaker, I can't work alone. I have to work with the cabinet. And so far the issues that I've identified, one is most of the class reps, they are not registered. What I mean, like last time, we had to go to the other hall, a girls' hall, the other side, to pick the money. But reaching there, the names were not there. Now, like the list that was there were some class reps who are no longer class reps, but on the list. But the current class that are serving, they're not on the list. So we talked to the CGs and we told that person that people not on the list, the right people are not on the list. So the issue of registration of class reps has to be resolved on this incoming cabinet. That's one issue. Another issue is like class reps, we are not, I would say we are not united because as a class rep of, I'd say that I have at least, get me right, at least to be knowing something that is happening at courses. So what I mean, we have organized maybe galas, outreaches, maybe the cabinet, we decide that this time around we are going to courses.
we move as a cabinet and go and meet class reps at what? At Costadia to put that bond between us and organize galas, maybe go for cleanups, we go to samples and clean, so that we are aware and people feel like this association exists in the university. Another thing is you have to organize give-outs. Maybe you go to children's homes, stuff like that, and give out as the association, so that we are known to publish ourselves. Another question was from the outgoing deputy speaker. She said, asked me effective leadership and how I'm going to apply it in my leadership. First and foremost, effective leadership means one, I have to first know what I'm supposed to do as a person, as the deputy speaker. Secondly, and what the constitution is saying. Thirdly, what are the concerns from other class reps? Another thing is, how am I going to handle it as the deputy speaker, and how am I going to engage the entire cabinet at large to handle such issues? So with that, if I'm put into power, I'll work hand in hand with the entire cabinet to see that all issues that our goals that we've set. One, I'll ensure that I amplify the voices from people. Thank you so much. I think that's effective leadership. I have exercised my duties. One, I have to become, listen, and understand people's arguments. Those are classrooms, because everyone has his own ideas. You can't be, someone brings up something and I know that one won't work. Understand someone, I'll be able to understand someone. Sit down and analyze the issue. Present it to the cabinet. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Then over to Vice President. No.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. You people have already shown that how I'll begin with a question from Party. She said, she asked you a question that's going to be the basis for other questions. She said that, don't you think that to apply for a lower position that you will not be able to execute these things has the right heart for the association? We can push it because not about positions, but the heart of the association. Yes, I think I've answered it. Then another thing is, someone spoke about balancing responsibility, the hours. Yeah, also someone mentioned about the association I'm already under. We are retiring in this very semester for this association, so I'll have enough time. I cannot right now give appropriate hours because I've not even entered in office, though you have already voted for me. Yeah? But we shall calculate the hours once I'm already in the office, I'll show it and maybe make some program. Thank you so much. Another thing is the CGPA. For real, there is no miracle in the CGPA thing. Yeah? And we are very sorry for the people that maybe were a class rep and somehow the CGPA, and maybe a finalist. That one we are very sorry. What I meant is, we as class reps, we indeed go through sometimes psychological challenges that if we appraise our CGPA, we must get support from this association because it's the one responsible for welfare. If we could raise, maybe get some mentorship programs. I really work so much in touch with the CEO of Shine Leadership International, Madam Anita Malinga, for those who know her. She is very ready to work with us to deliver such services at a very minimum. Another thing is sleeping leaders. I mentioned something about that. I think I answered it to the other lady that, of course, I can only work under my chairperson. So be deliberate on every leader you give in your vote because they are responsible for the welfare of 600 people in the university. Yes, thank you so much. And thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much. And I think I have answered most of the questions. Last one is financial liberty. Financial liberty, I understand it's a big thing, and I didn't make a mistake to mention it right now. Financial liberty begins with the deliberation of your mind, releasing your mind that you actually can make something. So financial liberty will begin when we as class representatives maybe come up with solutions to give us mentorship programs to help us understand the abilities of our personalities, abilities of our minds. Thank you so much. I think I've got it.
Let's listen.
silence in the room, please.
I really feel that we are seeing the kinds and the qualities of leaders we have. And I must report to Mr. Chairperson that you'll be leaving the association in the hands of the right people. That one I must assure you. Okay, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for being so patient with us. I also thank our dear honorables for being very open-minded. So let's give them a hand of
So, because of the interest of time, we're going to have the treasurers and the deputies at the same time. So, basing on their manifestos, if you want to address the question to the treasurer or assistant, be direct. Yeah. So we are going to have the treasurer and the assistant coming.
Okay, a moment.
There are
We just got examples, and one of the honorables, position of the officer, has at 5. So we requested to have them have their presentation, then we shall continue with their work. So I request the honorables, the officers, please take up. Come in front so that we have them very fast. One of our colleagues goes to do examination, and then we continue with the rest of the other honorables. So allow me to welcome Honorable Senidi Ernest, if he's around. And also allow me to welcome Honorable Atukwasi Alicia. Honorable Alicia. All right, thank you so much. And take up your positions. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is for the association will be positioned to represent the association legal framework. So, over to.
okay. Thank you so much. This for this ministry. So I'm sure for them we are not going to have a very, very high. And as you present to us what you want to give us or what you want to put on the table, please keep in mind that also some people who are here, some might be having a hint about legal language. So try and be considerate. So without any further ado, we are going to start with the legal gentleman. I can tell us your name, the position, of course, it's okay, and still tell us why you think you're the best candidate for this position. If possible, give us a manifesto that is in 4 minutes.
Good evening, brothers and sisters. My name is Anya Selinde. I am from Obams. I'm doing Bachelor of Commerce. I'm in year 1. I am aspiring for the position of legal officer. I believe in a well-structured and legally sound association. I intend to advocate for clear, fair, and enforceable rules. I'm a believer in justice. I intend to push for compliance of association activities with our constitution. I intend to give